Sri SCSMath, London. We're here doing our morning program, and we've been having a wonderful couple of days with Sundar, Prabhu and Rai Kishori Devidasi from Salt Lake City, Utah. An amazing intensive weekend of Sharanagati. So try and tune in if you have any moments spare. It'll be on Zoom. There's links available online somehow, somewhere. WhatsApp, Telegram, maybe on the website, I don't know. Then you can tune in. It's amazing. It's a not to be missed experience, really. It's our amazing good fortune to have their association and to have this spotlight on Sharanagati. So this morning, sorry, you're there. So we finished reading Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaja's affectionate guidance the other day, a couple of days ago, I guess. And did we have a morning program yesterday? No, we didn't have a morning program. No, we didn't have one. So we haven't seen you. We haven't seen you for a couple of days. We've been having our Sharanagati intensive instead. So we have been reading in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Seems like for a few days, and we haven't heard much from Gurudev or Guru Maharaj in our morning class here. So today we're going to read The Loving Search for the Lost Servant. I'm starting at the beginning, and you know we're here hearing a lot about Sharanagati and what we can do from our side as far as trying to surrender ourselves to the Lord. But the Lord is also searching for us, which is our good fortune. The search for the lost, the loving search for the lost servant. Okay, so I'm just going to start here with the preface. So Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai. This preface is actually by Srila Bhakti Sri Goswami Maharaj. By his grace, we have a lot of amazing books of Guru Maharaj that have been composed, so we're very grateful. A Christian theologian predicted that Christianity is on the verge of a Copernican revolution. Prior to Copernicus, it was believed that the Earth was at the center of the universe, and the Sun and the other planets orbited the Earth. Until recently, in the Western world, it has been thought that Christianity was the central conception of divinity in the theistic universe. But as a Western man has begun to gaze eastward, he has discovered a plurality of theistic conceptions orbiting the supreme truth. Accepting that plurality, we must also accept the accompanying gradations of theism, superior and inferior. As the planets are situated according to their gravitational attraction for the Sun, the varieties of theistic conception are situated higher or lower according to their attraction toward the absolute center. The Krishna conception of divinity is one of being irresistibly drawn in attraction toward the infinite center of all love, beauty, and harmony. The infinite can make himself known to the finite, and the divine agent through whom this function manifests is Sri Guru, or the divine guide. His divine grace, Srila Bhakti Raksaka Sridhara Dev Goswami, is an agent of divinity and a messenger of that supreme reality. He has reminded us that we are all sons of nectar and that we shall have to die to live, dive deep into reality, and enter the land of dedication. As much as we sacrifice ourselves in this plane, we should become released from its influence and be drawn through dedication into the higher plane of reality, where the divine pastimes move in a crooked way. And there we will find the hidden treasure of the sweet Absolute in the service of Srimati Radharani. His divine grace has informed us that the heart's inner hankering for ecstasy, charm and sweetness leads it in the search for Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful. The Krishna conception of divinity is so irresistible that even Krishna himself becomes overwhelmed by his own potency and is madly engaged in tasting his own sweetness, ecstatically dancing and thereby distributing that sweetness to others. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that while dancing at the Ratha Yatra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sometimes fall in an ecstatic swoon and appear like a golden mountain rolling on the ground. Srila Sridhara Maharaj describes that in the agony of separation from Krishna, ecstatic eruptions of ecstasy flowed like lava from the heart of the golden volcano of divine love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now in the loving search for the lost servant, we find that the Lord's heart is such that he also feels the agony of separation from his fallen devotees. And as they are engaged in a search for him, he is also engaged in a loving search for his lost servants. Jai. Which is incredible, right? Because he's obviously going to be better than us at looking for something. We're looking for him. He's looking for us. So it's our good fortune that his capacity is slightly better than ours to try and find something. Okay, so now...
Yeah, and if he wants it, he can't but be successful.
He has, that's right. He will get what he wants. We can try and be evasive for as much as we want and as long as we want, but at some point he's just going to go, okay, enough. I've got you now. Like a cat with a mouse, right? Play around with it for a while, but eventually, not that he's going to eat us, but anyway, not exactly the right analogy. Okay. So this is, there are a few, I'm just reading the book right all the way through. Okay? It's such a beautiful book, really. It's incredible. The original printing. I mean, both printings that we've had. We've had three, is it 2 or 3?
I don't know, I just remember the old softbound one and then the more modern and beautiful hardback. The same.
Yeah.
The same
layout or whatever, yeah. Yeah, they're incredible.
Full colour plates and...
Yeah. Okay, so then there's a highlight of Guru Maharaj here. And anyway, this must be like a... You can tell me, Kesh, what this I think this is... there's a shloka that maybe this is kind of like... It's just describing. What was sanctioned by Sri Chaitanya by his descent was intimately known only to Swarup Damodar. It was adored by Sanatan. I think you know this shloka, don't you, Kelly?
This is she.
Anyway, we're not scholars here. I'll just read the English, seeing how we're in the land of English.
It's from Bhakti Vinod.
Is it? Okay. There we go. Kalikadamba says it's from Bhakti Vinod Viraha Dasikam. What was sanctioned by Sri Chaitanya by his descent was intimately known only to Swarup Damodar. It was adored by Sanatan and served by Rupa and his followers. Raghunath Das tasted that wonderful thing fully and enhanced it with his own realization. And Jiva supported and protected it by quoting the scriptures. The taste of that divine truth is aspired for by Brahma, Shiva, and Uddhava, who respect it as the supreme goal of life. And what is that most wonderful truth? That the highest nectar of our life is the service of Sri Radha. It is the greatest gift ever known to the world. O Bhakti Vinod, it is within your power to bestow her grace upon us. Please be kind and grant us your mercy. And you know, this Sanskrit composition of Srila Maharaj was written in the time of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and presented to him, and he gave it his stamp of approval. And this was within a year of his departure, you know. And his comment was at that time, right, that at least now I'm confident that one man can represent what I've actually come to give. And we can understand what Bhaktisiddhanta, the potency of what he was representing by his disciples. Like obviously we know how glorious Srila Guru Maharaj is, and Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, what he achieved in the world in 10 years, that complete flood of Krishna consciousness, is like inconceivable and impossible, which is why Guru Maharaj made the comment that he is a Shaktivesh avatar. This is Srila Maharaj's proclamation about A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, right? That he is a Shaktivesh avatar. Who has the capacity to really understand that? Guru Maharaj has the capacity to understand that, not anybody else. Later we can look objectively and go, oh yeah, that's true, whatever. Right? But Guru Maharaj is always seeing the substance, the internal reality, because he's living in that plane. He's not living in some sort of objective world. He's living in the conscious plane. And that glory, this is like, what is in this poem about is Swarup Damodar, Sanatan, Rupa. Like, who can represent them? There's so many personalities who are, have some connection, and there's all sorts of, Sahaja groups who've got their kind of concepts of who that was. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur obviously appeared much later. There was Baladev Vijayabhushan and Vishwanath Chakravarti, Narottam Das Thakur, so many other personalities who've made great contributions all the way through, But what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came and inserted into the illusion of this reality is incomparable. And now, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur predicted, right, the whole world is going to be coming together, and west and east, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Gaura Hari, this is the glory of Saraswati Thakur. And it's Srila Maharaj who fully encapsulated everything that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was trying to give. And, this is his realization. What incredible fortune we have that we can try and take into our ears and into our heart. On this, I've got this piece of metal and plastic and stuff, and what it can contain in here, that we can walk around the whole world with these incredible conscious substance inside of a thing. It's really, it's incredible, and we need to somehow.
Conscious?
The concepts are conscious.
Oh, the concepts. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And also,
Tablet is conscious.
Yeah, why not? Everything exists in consciousness, okay.
Well, it doesn't think like a human being. Even better sometimes, but no feelings, no emotions.
Shut down for no reason sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds pretty conscious, doesn't it?
I can think better than you are.
Did you want to say
Oh
something?
no, I was just going to say that.
Can people hear you?
Probably not, but
Well,
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that Bhaktivinoda Thakur had written this through Guru Maharaj.
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that Bhaktivinoda Thakur had written this through Guru Maharaj. For the people who couldn't hear
Because when
at
they were
home.
asking, like when he asked who
Let me
wrote
pull out the thing
Yeah,
again as well.
it's over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And they said Sridhara Maharaj, and he said no. Bhaktivinoda Thakur
Thakur
wrote
wrote
this through him.
True.
Inconceivable. And then, now there's a picture of Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj together. Incredible, loving relationship. Really incomparable relationship that is not seen anywhere between perfect guru, perfect disciple. This is the ultimate situation. And such loving exchanges. You know, so many people have had experiences of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev and the intimate loving exchanges they've had. You know, it's beyond really all of our capacity to understand the sort of activities that they would be engaging in together. You know, having their little shloka games where they would pick the last word of one shloka, and that has to be the start of the next shloka, and then it has to be conceptually correct and progressively, you know, in a progressive, dynamic, devotional context. Unbelievable. What Srila Sridhar Maharaj says of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Okay, so this is Srila Sridhar Maharaj's. So we know who is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We know who is Guru Maharaj. I mean, when we say we know, we have some, trying to have some real understanding of what they are, who they are. And what Srila Sridhar Maharaj says of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Above all, he is well known and unanimously acclaimed as being firmly established in the philosophy of the perfect axiomatic truth of bhakti, as propounded by both myself as well as my divine master. Thus, I hereby appoint him as my successor Sevite, successor, guardian, servitor, acharya, and president. Hereby I do reveal my final desire and directives unto all my Eastern and Western lady and gentlemen disciples, as well as to the faithful souls devoted to the divinity, that they must respect him as the exclusive acharya and president and remain faithful to him and cooperate with him in the service duties of the mod. And this is sort of like some formality thing, you know, of Guru Maharaj's from in his will. But from the moment Srila Govinda Maharaj arrived in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math in 1947, within 2 weeks, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying, okay, I think this is good. This will be the next acharya of my mission, right? A 17-year-old boy is being announced as the next acharya, which ruffled feathers, of course. But then, Srila Gurudev continued to serve Guru Maharaj, you know, for another 41 years, continuously, exclusively, didn't do anything without Guru Maharaj's instruction, even going to holy places or any of these things. Didn't do anything. Just whatever Guru Maharaj said, he did. That was his life. Like, it's impossible for us to do that, really. We're all flying off with our own ideas about so many things all the time, right? That's because, you know, he is a Paramahamsa and we are practitioners. What is a Paramahamsa? Someone who's free from all material misconceptions.
Like a swan.
Like a swan.
Paramahamsa
Purest
is a
of the
swan.
pure.
Yeah, they say that, something like that.
It extracts, the nectar from
Substance.
the substance.
Pure substance.
Yeah, leaves behind the water and then drinks the milk.
Exactly.
Extracts milk from water.
Extracts milk from
Yeah.
water.
But more importantly, is living completely untouched by any contamination whatsoever.
Like the lotus flowers. It's in the water, but it's not touched by the water.
Yeah, something like that. We don't really understand what it means because it's so high, it's so far above our mental capacity. We don't know actually what Paramahamsa. The scriptures are giving so many analogies. Oh, look at things from this angle or that angle, or go in this direction, and maybe that's where you're going to kind of find your good fortune. But actually, if we read the scriptures by ourselves, we'll get lost. What does Yudhisthira Maharaj say? You'll go crazy.
This or this?
This is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. How are we going to know? The only way we can know is from the Paramahamsa Vaishnavas. They are the ones who are going to reveal the substance of the scriptures. We are not going to be able to, without the direction, guidance, and the revelation of the Vaishnava, we will not get Krishna consciousness. It's as simple as that. What does Guru Maharaj say? 99% of your spiritual life depends on your association. And association means who is connected with the Paramahamsa Vaishnava. That is association. Not because someone, wears something and says something or whatever. Like, what's the substance inside? That's what we need to find. Who has substance? Not just who has form. Form is kind of pointless and irrelevant. We need the Vaishnava. And look, Krishna receiving a lost servant, a previously lost servant that he found. No? Let's go Kumar. And it says here, once as Krishna and the cows were returning from Vrindavan forest at the end of the day, a boy had just attained spiritual emancipation and entered Vrindavan as a cowherd boy. Seeing his lost servant, Krishna embraced him, and both of them fainted in ecstasy. Wow. I mean, really. These are the things, like we look at these amazing pictures. The books that, some of the books that were made for Guru Maharaj were so incredible. Sri Sri Prapannajivanamritam, of course, as well, which we're going to be discussing today. Sharanagati, 11 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. And Sri Sri Prapannajivanamritam, perhaps not available anywhere else in the world other than Sri Chaitanya Saraswati, London, via Gaudiya Darshan, right? Get them while you can. Never, ever to be reprinted in the same format, ever, in all of time and space. That's a good plug, isn't it? How can you not want one? Okay, so now there is a shloka by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but I'm sorry, I'm going to pronounce it very badly. Naya praha tattvang harimiha paramang sava shaktim rasabdhim tadbinang sangs cha jivan prakriti gavalitan tad vimuktang cha bhavat beda beda prakasham sakalam api hare sadhanam shuddha bhaktim sadyang tat priting evat upadishati harir gaura chandro bhajjetam. Was it? Okay. Here in one verse, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the very gist of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. He says, we are not interested in the opinion of anyone ordinary. there is no value to any opinion other than what is revealed truth. Amnaya. Amnaya means revealed truth or scripture that is coming through a reliable source. The Guru Parampara, a genuine succession of gurus. And what do they say? They enumerate these facts. Hari is all in all. Harim iha paramam. What is his nature? He is the master of all potencies, Sarva Shaktim. And he himself is the ocean of rasa, ecstasy, Rashabdim. And the Jiva soul is not a direct part of him, but a part of his potency. Tad Pinimangsa Cha Jivan. Not a plenary portion, Svangsa, but a partial portion, Vibhinangsa. Everything is a part of Hari, but Svangsa means an avatar and Vibhinangsa means a part of his potency, Tatashta Shakti. And by nature, some souls are engrossed in the external potency, and we find some in the lap of the internal potency. Prakriti kavilatang tad vimuktangs cha bhavat. By their very existence, some souls are within the Swarup Shakti and some are outside the Swarup Shakti. Some souls are liberated and some are non-liberated, mukta and amukta. Everything is a part of Hari and has something in common with him and something different. Beda beda prakasham sakalam api hare. And the only means to attain him is pure devotion, exclusive devotion, sadhanam shuddha bhaktim. Hari himself in the form of Gaura Chandra is giving us the understanding that divine love is the highest goal of life. Sajjang yat piting evatubadashati Hare Gaura Chandro bhajetam. Jai Mahaprabhu. And this is Guru Maharaj. Now, I'm not sure where it's from. Oh, it's from the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Why did you stay away? Why have you been living away from home for so long? How was it possible for you? How could you bear my separation? You left me, and you've been passing lives after lives without me. Still, I know what trouble you took to return to me. You searched for me everywhere and went to beg from house to house. And you were chastised by many, ridiculed by many, and you shed tears for me. I know all these things. I was with you. And now, after great trouble, you have again come back to me. So, really beautiful understanding. You know, the Lord is always with us. We're not separate from him. We're just thinking we are. We have some other misconception about what is reality, and we're trying to hide from him, and that's why he is having a loving search for us to try and shine the light on the darkness that's where, you know, like an ostrich sticking its head in the sand, thinking that it's somewhere other than where it is, right? You can still see it, it's just right there, but it thinks that it's in some other place because it's got its head shoved in the sand.
It is true that we are in the living entity state, in a state of forgetfulness, isn't it?
We are in a state of forgetfulness, yes. A self-imposed state of forgetfulness.
Self-imposed, that's nice word.
That's true. Okay, so I'm going to read one little section. I guess we've got time. We're not starting till 11 today, don't we? So we can read a little bit more. This is the introduction. Okay, so that was all just the pre-introduction. This is the introduction to the book. The Lord's loving search for his lost servants. Great intensity is expressed here in a simple way. It is a mad search, an urgent campaign. With great earnestness, Krishna comes to deliver his lost servants. Krishna comes to take us home. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, it is written that once, as Krishna and the cows were returning from the Vrindavan forest at the end of the day, a boy had just attained spiritual emancipation and entered Vrindavan as a cowherd boy in Sakyaras. Seeing his lost servant, Krishna embraced him and both of them fainted in ecstasy. All of Krishna's other cowherd friends were astounded, thinking, "What is this? Krishna has lost his senses by embracing this newcomer? How is it possible?" Then, as all of the cowherd boys looked on astonished, Balaram came to Krishna's relief and somehow managed to rouse him. Then Krishna addressed his friend with great affection. "Why did you stay away? Why have you been living away from home for so long? How was it possible for you? How could you bear my separation? You left me, and you have been passing lives after lives without me." Oh, sorry, we just read this, didn't we? Okay, "I was with you." That's where we left off before. "And now, after great trouble, you have come again back to me." In this way, Krishna addressed his long-lost servant and welcomed him. And when Krishna returned home, he took the newcomer by his side to take prasadam. In this way, a new recruit is earnestly welcomed by Krishna himself. So the Lord's search for his lost servants is a loving search. It is not ordinary, but from the heart. And the Lord's heart is not an ordinary heart. Who can estimate what type of search he is engaged in? Although he is full in all respects, still he feels pangs of separation for every one of us, however small we may be. In spite of his supreme position, he has room for us in a corner of his loving heart. This is the nature of the infinite. Such an absolute autocrat, absolute good, is Krishna. An autocrat is not under law. It is not that if Krishna gives himself to one, another will be lacking. The infinite is not like that. Rather, there is an infinite supply at his command. So he is the emporium of rasa, Akila Rasamrita Murti. And he is searching for his lost servants to bring them home. Otherwise, we have no hope. Our solace, our consolation in life is that ultimately we are under the care of such a loving Lord. Krishna's friends think, what do we care for others? We have our Krishna, our friend. That sort of inner encouragement, that desperate encouragement comes from within. Krishna is there. He is our friend. What do we care about anything? We can take poison. We can jump on the head of that big serpent, Kalia. We can do anything. With Krishna behind us, what do we care? This sentiment is expressed by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Sharanagati. Raksaka koribe tuhun nischay jani, pana karubun hama jamuna pani. Fearless and confident of your protection, I shall drink the waters of the Yamuna, whether they are poisoned or not. I am your property. You must take care of me. You can't leave me. Anyway, it goes on to continue with that, but I think we probably need to stop here. But so incredible that this is the intimate, loving nature of the Lord, is that he can interact lovingly with everything in reality simultaneously. We can't understand what that means, but this is the prospect where... And of course it has to be like that. Like you think even just parents with kids, right? They love their kids. If they feed their kids, they're so happy. If the kids have got nice clothes and they're, the parents always doting over their kids. Why, if that's just in a familial, general, like, why would the Lord not also be like that? Why would he not be extremely satisfied and happy to be making sure that his children are cared for and loved? And
it's amazing because we're so small and insignificant, and there's billions, unlimited souls.
Yeah.
And universes coming and going. We're nothing. We're so insignificant, and yet each and every soul he wants to have an intimate, loving relationship.
Yeah.
We're so insignificant.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Sumangala. She's got 10 kids and some foster kids. But she really loves them all, And she's busy in her life and she's doing so many things, right? But she actually, in her heart, she just loves them all. And she's always talking about them, When she's with us, she's talking, I love my kids. I love my kids. I love my kids.
Is it true that Krishna is more inclined to his devotees?
Can you use the mic?
Is it true?
He's more inclined towards his devotees.
Towards his devotees.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's... Like if a child goes wayward from the parent, then, you may... And you can try and give, but if they're not accepting, then it's difficult. But if someone's actively trying to come and have the relationship, then it's much easier to. So, we are, because we understand that we are in some level of disconnection with absolute truth, then we are searching. And so then, because we are searching, and the Lord is actually, he is searching, but if we are also searching for him, then it can be a very fast, progressive connection. Exactly. But if we're just running away, he's still trying to connect with us, and that's why all the Yuga avatars come, right? Yada yadi hidamasya. Then the whole conception of what is spiritual life and trying to practice what it all goes into complete chaos and mess. So then Krishna comes again to try and, okay guys,
to remind us.
Right, yeah, remember I'm over here, come this way. It's actually good over here, there's prasadam and there's, no, I'm going to go off in some other direction. All right, I'll see you in a while, a couple of yugas, I'll come back. But for those who can get the point, when the Lord descends, reveals something, and you go, oh, okay, then that can happen. Doesn't mean that he's not loving the ones that are running away, but it has to come from our side, because love can't be forced. We have free will, exactly. We have to use our free will to understand what is cultivate a good relationship. Not cultivate in the sense that it's already there. It's like decultivate our bad relationship to realize what is the other thing which is there, right? Chris just here now. He's saying when the cowherd boy returned, I was there with you. He's with us in every moment. He knows exactly what's going on. There's no hiding. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. We're just hiding from ourselves. You know, we're just pretending that we're having some little fantasy that the Lord is unaware of. He's in everything. He's in every atom. He's in every move you make, every action, every thought, every word, every deed, you know. We have to somehow realign ourselves. You know, this is you know, what they say, taking sannyas is thought, word and deed. That's it. But that's not just for a sannyasi, right? That's for everyone in all existence, in all time, place and circumstance. Every thought, word and deed has to be directed toward the Lord. That's the job. You want it? Maybe we do. Try to want it. We have to keep trying, even though our little friend we in here is not always being.
Maya is always pushing us towards the wrong direction.
She's not. We are pushing. She's not pushing. She's presenting, and we're saying yes. She's actually, you know, that's her job, is just to go, here's an option, you know. She's not inflicting upon us as much as we are inflicting upon ourselves. We are the cause of our misconception. We are the cause of our continual bondage, because we are misconceiving, we are searching, we are trying to extract from the environment. That's Maya, our misconception. She's a servant of the Lord. We are being non-servants.
Well, but she's like a teacher, so she has to punish you in a way for you to be able to learn the lesson. So she's there, like Prabhupada gives the example of a criminal. You know, if you behave yourself, the police will not come to look for you. But if you don't, of course they will come and catch you.
Yeah, we are. She's instrumental, but we have to understand that the full responsibility is ours. We are making our own punishment.
No, of course, we are the...
She's just a facilitator of our punishment, of our own punishment. That's the necessity. Like if I punch the wall, I'm going to hurt my hand. This is, you know, it's the harsh reality of everything that we do is coming back at us. Every action we take, there's a reaction to that. And so we just need to readjust and see everything in that the Lord is in the center of everything. And we need to actually act in that way. Anyway, I'm going on too long. Please excuse me. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj, and if we can hear some more, maybe tomorrow. Yes, we're going to have a morning program tomorrow, aren't we? Normal. We're back to normal now, more or less, except for the amazing Sharanagati activities that are going on 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. today, 3:30 p.m. Jai Sri Gurudev ki
Namaha Radhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Ram Srimati Sridhara Gopala Govinda Ram Srimati Sridhara Giridhari Kapinath Madanamaha Giridhari Kapinath Madanamaha Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta
Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Tata Raghuta
Jaya Rupa Sanatan
Sri Kapala Jai Gosai Kovi Charana Vandana. Naha Hoite Pignana Sabista Pura. Joy Gosai Java Mui Tavada. Sasa Bava Pada Venu Mara Panchagra. Tateva Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanipa. Jana me Mora Apila. A joy goes side job a project coilaba. Radha Krishna Nisha Lila Koila Paka. Anande Polo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Sri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama. Sri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Koviya. Harinan Sankirtan Kohei Navatamata. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gaura Hari. Gauranga, Radha Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai, all glories to Sri Gauranga, Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai. Jai, all glories to Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paramahamsa Kachaya Vari Astatara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Goswami Maharaja Ki Jai. Jai, all glories to Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paramahamsa Kachaya Vari Astatara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Raksaka Deva Goswami Maharaja Ki Jai. Jai, all glories to Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paramahamsa Kachaya Vari Astatara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. All glory to the Sri Rupanuga Guruvaka Ki Jai. All glory to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. All glory to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sarpashada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Sarpashada Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Jai. All glories to Shri Jai Rupa Sanata Bhattavagana Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Vagana 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan Ki Jai. All glories to all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. All glories to devotees all over the world Ki Jai. All glories to Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitya Gaura Premanandi Hari